Welcome to the Style Guru Unfiltered. So you know what that means. Nothing is off limits. I'm G, the creative mind behind the Style Guru Clothing Boutique, and your host. Join me for real, raw conversations. And if you think this is just about clothes, you're wrong. This is about lifestyle, culture, and everything in between. So let's get unfiltered. Okay, so in the building today, I have a serial entrepreneur, owner of The Octane Shop, North Bar and Grill, Punchline Comedy Lounge, and now even recently, an executive movie producer. And the list goes on and on. In the building today, I have Fly Ty.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here in the Style Guru Unfiltered. It's such a pleasure. I'm honored for you to be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get right into it. First of all, congratulations on your recent movie premiere.
Thank you.
It looks dope. I wish I could have attended, but it looks dope. How do you feel?
I feel great, like once the nerves was over.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, once the initial writing of the project was done last summer, like I felt good about the project, but I just didn't know how the public really was gonna respond to the concept. I knew Moolah Films, shout out to Moolah Films for actually partnering with us, but I knew that it was gonna look good. I knew it was gonna be produced well. I knew it was gonna be marketed well. I knew the business side was gonna be right. I just didn't know how the consumer and the public was gonna view it. So now that I see that they like it and everybody was telling me, and I saw the natural reaction, like the genuine reactions they had. So now I am excited. Like I'm extremely excited and the nerves are gone.
That's what's up. And that's always the case when it comes to artistry, though. Like, even if you got all your ducks in a row, you prepare for everything, it's always how it's going to be perceived. That's that last factor. Even when you know you in full execution and you know it's going to be right, it's just always how it's perceived. And you want to make sure that your artistry is, like your baby, like they handle it well.
Right.
So that's what's up. I've been hearing really good things.
And it's not necessarily like I was going to say, like, now it's like to try to make money, right?
Right.
But the most important thing is for it to be received well. Like you said, from the artist standpoint, the business part is different.
Yeah.
The business part is one thing, but when you're like, for me, I always like to be on the artist side of things, not necessarily the business side.
Right.
So like I like to see like a concept come to life and just to be a part of it from the very beginning, see it to come to life, see it produced, see it made, see and see it on that big screen. So now it's real to me.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It's not real to me until I see it.
Yes. It's what's up. I love it. Now, you have been in the apparel industry for as long as I know.
Yeah.
How did you get started?
So it's funny because the bag in which I started out of is right back here right now. Like the game is back where it was, like the custom stuff. Like I see the young people, so I ended up starting doing custom stuff again. But yeah, I got in off custom.
Yeah.
I got in off custom and then going to New York buying some bootleg Rockaware, some throwback jerseys.
What?
Yeah, I was selling throwback jerseys. I was selling clothes. I was actually printing up my own t-shirts too, like pictures of movie posters and stuff like that. When the Pistons won though, when the Pistons won in 2004, I was making championship t-shirts.
So did it start off with you making clothes for yourself and then other people?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I was running around here looking like I was like in Dipset or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like I had the stuff I was making for myself, like what a stylist made for a rapper.
Got it.
If we were in if these times was then where social media, I would have been dressing those guys. Yeah. But like we didn't have social media then. So I come out before MySpace, before any of that, to get your name out there, you had to have flyers, you had to physically go somewhere.
The real footwork.
Yes. And Detroit wasn't respected like it is now. So it was very, very, very difficult to reach out to an artist and them to respect whatever you were doing here.
Yeah.
But I was able to hook up with Royce the 5'9".
Right.
Shout out to Royce. Royce was always receptive to whatever I was doing. And he was rebuilding his career at the time. And so he was kind of at arm's reach of me.
Got it.
So through my mentor, Ty Mopkins, who hooked me up with Royce. And then Royce wore one of my first shirts on his video.
That's
so I was styling stuff, stuff that I eventually put into production, Royce wore first.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's the true hustler spirit, because like you said, we didn't have social media and the broad marketing channels and people at like just the touch of a button,
Right.
like we do now. So how would you describe the ease of marketing now in the industry versus then?
Now, I mean, and I think that it's like there's a big time versus, right? There's a versus like now versus when. If I talk about then, let's talk about '04 versus the advent of social media.
Right.
The difference, right? So I would like go, it's layers to it. So I'll say when social media first came out, it gave this birthplace to entrepreneurship.
Right.
And I think it came at a perfect time because our economy was going through different fluctuations at the time. And so when social media came out, it gave people more ability to kind of do like, I hate to say simple type business, but party promoting.
No,
You got a lot of
seriously,
party
yeah.
promoters. You didn't get the brands until later on. You didn't get the brands. And there was a different little change in taste level that allowed the brands to come out. It wasn't necessarily social media as much as people think it was. It was the willingness of people to wear certain things that was at an arm's reach of people that they weren't willing to wear before or even considered fashion. But
Gotcha.
that's a little off subject. But what I was saying is like, I think that when social media first came out was with MySpace.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So that gave you the ability to just reach more people out of town, get familiar with who they are, message them directly, right? So that kind of like increased the ability to connect. And then it was beautiful, like when Instagram and Facebook came out, because that just like, there was no shadow banning. There was
Nothing.
so just anybody who followed you saw every single post. And I think that's what helped with social media. Like whenever you were doing something, all your friends and family that you went to high school with, that you knew people that you run into in the streets, they could see what you were doing in real time.
Real time. And that's
that was
what's
amazing.
Up. And that's really, it's insane how it's taken over even just relationships at a base level, because when you see people on social media, you feel like you are really knowing them in real time in real life, and you forget that you ain't physically talked to them on the phone in a minute. Because you're like, I've been seeing how you moving
or
on
you don't
social
know them
media.
at all.
Exactly,
and
you think you do.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Now, going off of that, as an entrepreneur, how do you deal with and adjust to like the constant changes and challenges in the market, industry, or just like a boss overall? Because like I said, you've been doing this for a long time, so you've seen multiple fluctuations up and down, but you still here, staying afloat. Like, how do you deal with that?
I would say it's not easy because I've been in funks of not dealing with it, right? Where I've stepped away from what I love to do. And maybe just was moving on in other industries. Wouldn't want to say giving up, but kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe for a couple years stepped away, and then got back. But I think the biggest change to adapt to now is how social media ended up changing. I think like social media is the marketplace. It's like the tool that we all use, and it's like the most important tool we have. And I think the changes in that just the volatility of it is insane. And now we're here to have to do this, right? To actually become professionals and have this studio full of lights and camera people, and have to be professional at social media. And for us to, and if you got any social anxieties or things like that you have to overcome and feel comfortable in front of a camera and talking and doing it consistently and figuring out when to post, how many times, it's harder. It's harder to get a return on the investment with social media right now. And for me to prepare for it, I've actually been preparing my social media page and preparing myself to kind of step out of my shell and kind of say, look, I gotta consistently kind of make this and be a face and and for so long I tried not to do that. It's funny because in the beginning I tried to put other people on my flyers. I didn't want anybody to know, like my first brand was District 81.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be the face of it. And I tried to put other people on Front Street, and what changed was MySpace. We started doing parties. People was able to identify, like, oh no, it's him. That's really the one.
He behind.
Yeah, behind it. Oh, that was the one who used to make the clothes, the T-shirts. That's his brand.
They piecing it together.
They pieced it together, yeah. So I think right now that's about the hardest thing to adjust to. Like,
And you're right, you speaking to me because I never, if you would have asked me if I would have been doing this, never. I like to stay behind the scenes,
Yeah.
you know, and the same, trying to put somebody else, just let me get to work, get the numbers, like move it. But people really want to get to know you, the person behind the brand, being your business. And it's like you really can't go around, well, you definitely can't go around social media,
Right.
but you hardly can go around just being the face of your brand too. Look how many celebrities are the face of their own brands and just doing all their marketing on their own.
Right.
So it definitely is an adjustment. In social media, I can be vulnerable and say like that is like that was a struggle for me, like being consistent, and for me trying to be perfect where really they want, you know, the raw. Like I was putting too much thought into it.
right.
And now I'm learning not to do that, just to be my genuine self, because that's what people are receptive to.
Right.
You know?
And then, you know, I think that, like I said, like, you got to think when you used to be able to get a crazy rate of it, like, so you could have, like, when, at the beginning of social media age, you still could have been behind the scenes at the beginning of the social media marketing.
Right.
Where you could just run ads and you don't have to be on it. Then it became harder to get a rate of return, a good return on it.
Right.
You got some people that are doing a great job of being behind the scenes doing it. They got great models that they put out front, and they've mastered the ability to market and put those same girls over and over, or same guys, or whatever that they're doing, and they're not in the forefront. You have those anomalies, the people that are doing that. And I don't think that there's, you know, it's funny, there's certain things that I don't think anybody can really tell you what to do. And that's the thing, like, but what stood, you know, everybody say that Father Time is undefeated. People will tell you, Father Time is undefeated. There's one thing that has defeated Father Time, and that's what not to do.
Yeah.
What to do can't beat Father Time. Changes on what you're supposed to do or what you should do. That's why nobody can tell you what to do. But they can tell you what not to do.
Exactly.
You know?
I just had this conversation with a friend the other day because it's so many talented people that are scared to execute. And you spend so much time in preparation and so scared to fail. And it's like, you can only prepare yourself for so much. It's not until you get into the execution where you learn from those mistakes and how to move forward. And you have to be content with being able to make mistakes and come back from it, rebrand, whatever. But it's definitely only so much a person can tell you, and so much you can prepare for it before you just fully just go step into it and do it.
And honestly, I think that was always my strong suit.
Yeah.
I think that is the thing that always set me apart from everybody else. The fact that, you know, I used to beat myself up for not being a great planner. And then I started meeting all these people that was so great at planning and they never did nothing. They never tried nothing, they never did nothing. They just not, you know, like they comfortable, they got all this plan, you working on this plan for what? You work on a business plan all this time, and the first thing you do, that business plan changes the first day. The first thing you try to do, the business plan out the damn window.
Yeah.
So you done wasted all this time not doing nothing, and inaction will kill you.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get an idea, you got to go on that now, because somebody else thinking the same thing, and they going to beat your ass right to the point.
That has happened to me multiple times.
Hell yeah. So you better get your ass up and start it. You know what I'm saying? That business plan, that's cool. It's cool to have a business plan. And I'll never tell nobody not to plan.
Right.
But I'd rather see you act. I'd rather see you get out here and start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But have a vision.
Yeah.
You have to have intention on every move.
Intention.
Have intention. But the planning and making that. And before I even do nothing, come on.
Like you said on day one, it's out the window, and you like, whoa.
Done.
That's
Your
great
plan
advice.
is a joke. I'm telling y'all right now, your business plan is probably a joke. You better have a business vision. Have a vision of where you want to be. Start from where you want to be and work your way backwards. But what I'll tell you is you better act. Because that business plan, and you trying to do something, and you about to wait months and a year before you do it, you crazy.
Damn.
By the time you do it, it's going to be either obsolete or somebody that beat you to the punch. And the worst thing you want to do is see somebody making millions of dollars on something that you had the idea way before them.
And sat on it.
Is
that the advice you would give your younger self?
No, because that's how I always got down. I got down like that, and that almost happened to me.
Really?
That's the funny thing about it. Yes, it was like, Well, I had my first prototype shirt. It's like I custom, just like I did this. All I'm saying, like how I started is what I'm doing now. Like I made this shirt custom. My first District 81 prototype shirt was a military shirt, and I did it similar how I executed this shirt as far as like found something and styled it.
First shirt.
My first shirt. So I had the idea, and I used to wear the shirt around, so people never saw nothing like it, right? And what happened was Jay-Z, right? There was no social media, so I didn't know what was going on in New York.
Right.
I'm in Detroit, so I wasn't traveling like that. But it was, Jay-Z came on his Ford. He was here in Detroit and was on his Ford, like, 50-year anniversary concert. He performed. He had on the shirt was done up just like my shirt, okay? But I had already had the shirt sampled up by a manufacturer. I was ready to go with it, so people was calling me like, dog, I just seen Jay-Z in a shirt like you be wearing. The next day, I went to 4 Men. I went to a store that I didn't have no rapport with selling clothes to, because I wanted them to respect me. So I know how people, when they view you as a t-shirt or a little petty hustler, you know, they might try to lowball you. So I'm like, I'm going to the store. I don't even know. And at the time, they was the #1 store here in the mall. I went to them right away. You see that shirt Jay-Z just had on? Here it go, right here. What you think about this shirt? They like, damn, I like that. Put us an order in for 3 stores. Bet. Got that order. Jumped in the car, went to Chicago, went to go see Leaders. Started working the shirt in Chicago. I went right away. So what happened was I got my shirt in stores before they did. They were in New York with more resources, so their brand got actually bigger than mine.
Right.
Was in bigger stores, but I stayed in business longer than they did. You see what I'm saying? Because I was pivoting, did other stuff. They went to the big box store. I ain't heard from them since. You see what I'm saying? But the brand was bigger. So, like I said, I always act.
I truly respect that. Like I said, I was excited for you to come here because I know you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, 20 years.
And my hat's off to you, especially for somebody that's trying to, like, new to the game and trying to have longevity. So I truly respect your hustle and what you're doing in the city, for sure, and beyond.
Appreciate it.
Now, how would you describe your style overall?
My style overall is, everybody always tell me I dress like, different.
And that's good.
Yeah, that's good. To be a designer, people don't understand, to be a designer, you can't dress like the consumer. You got to be ahead of the consumer. Trendsetter. You don't want to do stuff, because I try to lead the customers into new styles. And customers always gonna fight you in the beginning. They gonna tell you, I never wear that. And I be telling them now, like, it's this there's a generation now, and I think it's the people that are probably from like 28, I would say, to like 40. I'm gonna say 28, 29 to 40, maybe 30 to 40. They are self-aware of knowing they kind of are jumping on trends faster than even the young guys.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I think it's because that they know, they've experienced before saying they wasn't gonna do something, and then doing it months later after they done seen somebody else. So quit following.
Right, never say never.
It did. I'm telling you, look, the style coming, if you want to keep up with if you want to be fly and not look like no old, outdated dad, you understand what I'm saying? You got to get with the trends or let them pass you by. You can't be stuck.
And it's a way to balance it. Like, you don't have to look like some young bopper, but incorporate it through pieces, accessories, into your own little style. You know what I'm saying?
Or you look like a time capsule.
Yeah.
So if that's what you want to do, because the chicks ain't going to want you, brother. I'm just going to tell you like that. You're not fly. You don't put the new style on. You're just not fly. And that's cool. Hey, listen.
And that's coming from Fly Tie.
Yeah,
okay.
You not fly. Listen, you running around here talking about what you won't do. And maybe it's because you can't pull it off. And if you can't pull it off, you need to go to the gym.
That can help you.
Well, go to the gym. Get yourself a better look. You can change your build, brother. You ain't got to be bad built. Go to the gym, watch your diet, and quit succumbing to that talking about you can't get fly.
Please.
You see Peasy, that's why I respect Peasy. Peasy gonna put it on.
Oh, he's different. And I love people that do it unapologetically. Do your thing. I love it.
Peasy, look, it's funny because all the big guys used to come in the store and they'd be like, You try to put them on some slim. And it was funny because it seemed like all the big guys kept saying it. Yeah, I ain't trying to look like Peasy. I ain't trying to look like Peasy. But Peasy is a superstar.
And they keep his name in their mouth.
His name is in all of y'all mouths. He a superstar. He a rap star. You think Peasy gonna be able to make it wearing 2X big and tall polos?
Never.
It ain't gonna work. So if you look flat out, like, you don't have to try to dress like a rapper because you're gonna look crazy.
Right.
You know, rappers, you know, like, we used to watch Eddie Murphy on Raw and Martin Lawrence, and they had their little custom outfits.
Man, them leather outfits, everything, 8-Ball.
Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Now you see the rappers, right? They kind of like, because, you know, rappers used to wear, that's another thing people don't understand, like, rappers used to dress like everybody else. You know, they would wear FUBU, rock and wear, blah, blah, blah. The jersey, everybody wearing a jersey, the rapper wear a jersey. They make it a little different. Now the rappers is like elevated. You know, and they want to look like rock stars.
You think that's the incorporation of stylists, though?
I mean, stylists was always there. I mean, it never was
That's true.
missing. The stylists have always been there, but what are they dressing them in? What are they pulling from? So now, you know, black men, we wouldn't wear our clothes fitted a certain way because black men generally, like, genetically, we got broader shoulders than white men. We be a little bit bigger, you know what I'm saying? So when we wouldn't wear our stuff like that, they couldn't we weren't wearing no Gucci shirts and Prada, blah, 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 and Christian Dior. That fit.
Yeah.
We couldn't get in
Not that European fit.
Not that European fit. Now, European fit is like what the masses is doing. I mean, even at the lowest end of a retail.
Yep.
Is
even
Euro.
In fast fashion.
Right.
The H&M's, the Zara's, all of that.
Right.
Yep. Speaking of trends, I want to talk about a few fashion trends and see your take on them, whether you into them or not.
Let's go. All right.
The first one I already feel like you
this.
are because it's your style, but like the workwear jackets for men, like the Carhartts and just the boxy collar shirts, I think you pretty much like that though.
Yeah, but I think that's, you know, that's a Detroit always. I mean, that's a boom, boom, come back.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if certain stuff is never really just totally gone.
No.
Right? Carhartt is a Detroit staple. So you don't have no, like, you know, but I love to work. That's what Octane is. We make workwear. So I love workwear. I got some Carhartt. Yeah, I got Carhartt work in progress. What y'all might not know is Carhartt work in progress. They used to only sell it in Europe. So you might see me with a Carhartt jacket. It ain't the Carhartt from Meyer. All right? It costs you a little bit more than that.
But
look up Carhartt. Some people say Carhartt whip, Carhartt work in progress. So you see me with my Carhartt, it ain't your Meyer Carhartt.
Yeah, you better know that. But I even love how the women are doing the tailored Carhartt, like custom fitted. I'm loving that.
Cutting it up and stuff like that. Yeah, Carhartt is dope.
What about shirt stacking? Have you heard of this?
Now, what is shirt stacking?
So, and they will do it with blazers, shirts, cardigans. So wearing multiple stacked on top of each other. Like you will see it layered. Like it could be 3 cardigans worn. They've been doing it on the runway.
Men?
Men, yes.
All right, forget about what I said about that style thing, about like having to be fly. I'm sorry I done contradicted myself. I'm sorry, people. I don't think you contradicted yourself. I done led my people into a burning house.
No, but see, that's the difference between style and trends, though. Like, and I think you more so touch it based on the style. Like, and that's why I say not every trend is for everybody.
I ain't wearing 3 cardigans.
Especially these days. I got to show you a picture of it, too.
I need to see it. We'll put that on the screen. I need to see somebody. Yeah, put that on the screen. Let me see 3 cardigans. Because, listen, I will say this, okay, about layering. So I used to be a bigger guy. That's why I'm telling y'all you can lose weight, okay? I used to be a bigger guy, right? And I used to hate the fact that I couldn't layer. I wanted to layer, like I wanted to wear a denim jacket and a hoodie. You see what I'm saying? I like layering. I think layering is extremely dope. Like, I mean, I layer some unconventional pieces.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you'll see me do something like that.
But not no 3 blazers.
3 cardigans, multiple blazers.
So,
you know, because I am in that gym, so my shoulders, they too big a different kind of way. It's not big in like the, you know, they big because I'm in there, you know, doing my thing in that gym. So I might not be able to layer like that. No 3 cardigans or 3 blazers. We ain't going to be able to get into that.
Wait till I show you. You might do the cardigan, but not the jacket or like blazers. But I'm going to show you.
I want to see it, please.
I'm going to show you.
But what about no?
Drop waistcoats?
Okay,
So
I'm not
more like
familiar
a
with that.
trench style, and it's belted like more so below your waist. Think of oversized like Burberry trench coat.
Okay.
And sometimes they have them in like leather, like the trench, the typical original trench coat style.
The trench coat,
But
okay.
it's like a drop waist where it ties.
A drop waist where it ties. And this is
Almost
for
got
men as well.
Yes, hold on.
All right, people. Well, I done came to Style Guru and ran into a lot of, you know what I mean? I done hit some roadblocks here. The first one we was a go. She said Carhartt. I thought we was on to something.
See, I had
Now
to
you start talking
hit you
about
with what
3
you know.
cardigans and then drop waist. And I thought we was on crops. Now we dropping waist.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Okay, so I gotta do men's, but I just wanna show you. So it's kind of like oversized, but let me change it to men, hold on.
Drop waist coat men.
Oh my gosh, hold
They
on.
don't even have nothing online
They
for
do,
this.
I
You done made
promise.
this up.
I
Now
did
don't be in here
not.
lying. I don't care. You don't waste my time with lies.
And you gonna see it on TikTok.
Mm-mm.
So you see how it's like the coats here like oversized, but then the belt will be down below, like hanging, like literally like, see
But the belt
these
is not.
silhouettes.
I love it.
It's
So
these.
look. So let me tell you about first. So a trench coat. First of all, you saying that this belt is just hanging?
Yeah.
The problem with a trench coat, like trench coats, don't look right unless they close. Because if it's like a double-breasted.
Yep.
So the double-breast situation, when you wear I hate a double-breasted jacket or anything double-breasted style open.
Do you?
That is because it look crazy. It look all big and wide. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't into making myself look wider. You see what I'm saying? So I had a trench, right? And because it was like floppy, like this side was flopped over here, this side was flopped over there.
That's true.
So at the end of the day, I like it buttoned up. So for me to wear the trench, it's gonna have to be closed.
Tailored up.
Oh yeah, no doubt, like suited up, like I'm going somewhere.
Me, I like wearing my oversized wool one, and I will put it with like joggers, a hoodie, and then wear it open like running errands. So, but I get what you're saying. It is based on your body type
Right.
too. So,
Because you can afford, you slim, you can, if you look a little wide. See, I ain't really trying to look no wider, have no jacket flop it off me. But I like that look. Mm-hmm. You know, when I used to rock the wool trench with jogging pants. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yep,
So
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's the key, folks. You got to know your body type and what looks good and what does not look good on you, okay?
And change your body type if you don't like it.
Okay, yes.
Shoot, go work hard on it.
Okay.
I'm an advocate for wellness,
Now, I want to get in your business a little and know what's on your playlist.
For sure.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a few scenarios and you just tell me what song and what's the vibe.
This going to be hard.
It's not.
Okay, we're going to go
First, we're going to get into your store, Octane. What's the vibe of your store and what's typically on the playlist when you're working?
Oh, shoot. When we working, it's like we really show love to Detroit. So it's going to be Baby Money playing. It's going to be Babyface Ray. It's going to be Mac Nichols. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mac Nichols, Babyface Ray, Baby Money for sure. Baby Tron. You know, like Detroit artists.
I love it that you're intentional with that too.
For sure. Yeah, we got to show love to, because we got the wave right now.
Right.
So it's like, we got to like, you're going to see they videos on. Then they videos, come on and you just want happen to see some of our clothes in there. You know what I mean? So
that's two-sided, double-sided.
So we're going to definitely play them.
With you always having to be on and like upbeat at the store or restaurant, what's playing in the car like as you drive?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, like in the car lately, like soon as I get in the car, I've been playing that 1-800-CALL Sam Shabazz. That I've been playing that like right away.
Real?
Yeah, I get in there like that 1-800-CALL Sam by Sam Shabazz. 42 Doug featuring Rilo Rodriguez.
Oh, so you still hyped up?
Oh yeah, I'm be amped up. Like,
okay.
When I want to get, I amp, and then for me playing in the car, like what's gonna get me amped is that Mac Nichols' new album, and Los and Nutty.
Got it. I like
and
that.
then like I've always played Baby Money, but his project ain't new right now. But it was that when it was new. But right now it's like when I want to get amped, it's gonna be some Los and Nutty.
I love, even when it's an older project, when it still feels so new that you just bang it like it just came out. Classics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you meet a woman and y'all going on your first date. What song are you playing when you pick her up? Why did it sound like you really in deep thought?
You know what? I think it's more so like it's like this playlist, a song that nobody ever hear. It's on YouTube. It's like a smooth jazz, like neo soul type. Okay. I think I like that kind of vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Like something that nobody ever really heard before. You know, so the music can just play. And it's just not, it's unfamiliar, but it's smooth and relaxing and stuff like that. So that's the kind of vibe I like.
Got it. And then maybe on day 2, J Nutty.
No, I ain't gonna get to the J Nutty. Not with a woman in the car. I wouldn't really play like J Nutty. I like Friday too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I love
rock with
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it on your playlist. Now I want to pop some tags with you. So
let me say this though.
What?
About playlists now. When I'm trying to get in my zone, I'm listening to inspirational people. Like I listen to Jordan Peterson. It's a psychologist.
Okay.
I put that. Oh yeah, you got to listen to Jordan Peterson. See, like whatever you put in is coming out of you. So whatever you keep on listen to. So if you want to articulate at a higher level, if you want to communicate at a higher level, you need to download stuff into your subconscious. That's what's gonna be there. So when you listen to certain stuff in your time, like listen to stuff that's kind of like enriching your intellect.
Yes.
Versus just like your mood or getting you amped up, because that's good too. But like I listen to stuff that's gonna enrich me intellectually. So when my mind needs to function a certain way or I need to articulate a point to a higher level,
yes,
I'm in prime to listening to people who are able to do that. They able to state their opinions, their vocabulary is crazy. So like if you want to be able to like
emotional intelligence. I'm glad you said that. My mom has always said to me, garbage in, garbage out.
Indeed.
That's
you
it.
Listening to stuff, like that's the reason why. Like your mood is gonna be off. You listening to somebody talking about handling situations a certain kind of way. When you get in that situation, you're gonna think violent first. Or, you know, if you listen to slow jams, you know, your mind gonna go there. That's what you on. You wanna be on your, like, if you wanna focus for real, once you get yourself, your spirits up, you know, or in the morning, just take your time, you know what I mean, to listen to like out in the morning or Eric, like E.T. and all of them, like listen to something that's gonna motivate you to do, to achieve your goals and your dreams and go after them and not give up and not quit.
I wholeheartedly believe that, like, cause I execute that in my life daily. Like I said, my mom taught me that growing up. And you know, back then I'm like, okay, Mom, but she was right.
Oh no, she
was right. It's
downloading. Once you get something in your subconscious, it's like, what do you want in there?
Yep.
You right? You want some garbage in there that's all you listening to, or you want somebody talking about something over and over? Because you might, honestly, some of these people, what they're saying sometimes is so fast, like they saying stuff, they're using words you don't understand, and it's over your head, but it's still
resonate.
It's still resonating. It's still going to your subconscious to where you're listening to a higher level thinking human being more consistently. Because that other stuff is lower level talk.
For sure.
You know, it makes them money, which is cool. They're able to capitalize off of it, and some people are digesting it and spitting it right back out, literally what they saying.
Literally, not even knowing what the words mean.
Yeah.
And I'm good. If I don't know a word, I will quickly go to Google, look it up, how to phonetically say it, everything. And that increases your thought process, your vocabulary, everything, just that.
For sure.
But I love it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, let's pop some tags.
Okay.
I am going to put a picture on the screen, and you're just going to guess how much it is.
Oh, my God. Come on, why are you trying to stomp me in here?
No.
You're trying to make me look bad. You know, I don't be paying attention to it. You know? Uh-oh. Oh, God. I'm not going to know the brand either, am I?
Nope. I know it, but you don't.
know it, but I don't.
You don't know that. I forgot to cross that out, but
no, I can't really see that, but it looked like there's a Balmain label in there. It looked like it, but it ain't. God.
No. How much you think
So that
is
not in the track. So I can't see the fabric. You should be telling me the fabric. See, that's not right. You trying to, what's the fabric?
I'm not telling you nothing.
So I just got
need
to eyeball that because I don't even know. Is that jacquard or is that just flat printed?
I think it is.
It's jacquard. Okay, so if that shoulder is
See, this is why I like this and not telling you because that goes to show what you know.
Yeah. So right here on these shoulders, those are called the yokes. So if the shoulder yokes, if that's printed, then it's gonna be cheaper. But if it is jacquard, where you actually can feel it weaved in there or textured, it's gonna be more. So, and that looked like that's a European brand jacket. So I'm gonna have to go with, for that jacket, I'm gonna have to go with like $2,500.
Okay, Ty. So this is an Amiri jacket. And right now it's on sale for $18.89, but it was originally $26.90.
$26.90.
You better know it. And I get so excited when I hear people knowing their stuff because, you know, my degree is in apparel and textile design.
Okay.
So I love the prints, the text. I love it.
For sure. We on.
All right. See, you know this
Oh,
brand.
yeah, I know that brand. But I still can't. I know what price range we should be in for a Diet Stars Monday work jacket. That's a nice looking jacket.
Isn't it? I want that.
I like distress. I like that collar. But for that,
I put this in there because it looked like you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that one because that's in a lot of retail stores. So I'm gonna have to go with $175.
It's actually $288.
Damn.
Right?
Okay.
I don't know. It probably could be lower. They might have really increased that.
I mean, I don't want to. But I mean, you know,
which site I saw this
288.
on, but yeah, it's kind of up.
Okay, that's dope. Ooh,
we were talking about
that
the trenches.
That look good. Now see something like this. Damn, you're right. My bad. So something like this trench coat, right? I'm looking at that could be cheap, but that lapel is like really, really, really elevated.
You better hit them with.
So I'm thinking that ain't no boutique type jacket. It could be though, but I'm looking at that lapel like, damn, it's funky, like some 70s inspired. I don't know the brand, so and I know that's printed. I don't know the brand of this, so it's so hard. But if that indeed is something European, I'm still gonna have to go with that couple $1,000 range. But it could be something in a random boutique. This would trick me, because this is a trick question. I'm gonna say this a random boutique jacket.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with $160.
So I found this brand on Farfetch, and that's why I like going on Farfetch, because you know they give you new brands that you've never heard of European. It's Kid Super, and it was $7.96, but it's on sale now for $5.57.
Dang, so it was Euro. Damn, I thought you was trying to trick me.
No, see?
Damn.
What about this
Okay, that's
cardigan?
an honor to gift cardigan.
Yes.
I could see. You know, this is always what I always envision in the Bible, when it was like, who was that had the coat of many colors for his son? Who was that? Jacob or somebody? Somebody. I think it was Jacob. I think it was Jacob with the coat of many colors, and his brothers got jealous.
Come on, you better get biblical.
I always envision that look just like this. But that right there, that's
but
at
long,
about
but maxi.
Right. And I'm sure it didn't look like this, but that was always in my mind. I'm gonna have to go with like for this. I'm gonna go with $225.
200.
200. All right.
You hold it.
Yeah. That's a nice sweater, I'm sure.
Wait.
Oh yeah, that's me.
We missing one. Okay, hold on. We missed one. It's all right. We gonna move on because you done already got a glimpse of what's next. Right. So I'm putting you on the screen now.
All right.
And we want to know what you were thinking when we put your looks on the screen from the past, blast from the past.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, where you were at that time?
Yeah,
Give us all the
deets. For sure.
Okay?
Yeah, oh man, that's probably my favorite. That's my favorite era of me right there. That's when I feel like I was in my prime. Like, especially like I was looking my best physically. I got in shape. You know, that's an H&M button up, so I was pulling off that look. I had the jewels going.
To the top, too.
Yeah, button to the top.
I like that.
Yeah.
Button to the top, button to the top.
Yeah, and that's like an era where, like, with the little Don C inspired, like, exotic skin. That's that jeans and Moet to my party.
Okay.
And then was Rockstar Bikers. That was the biker jean look.
Yeah.
And I had on some Balenciagas
I was about
with
to say,
that.
what shoes did you have?
I had on some
the
Balenciaga
Chunkies?
Arena. No, Arenas.
Oh, no, Arenas.
Whatever,
Okay.
Chunkies went out. And I had got on my European bag then. I had a whole bunch of European sneakers. I'm just not getting back in the Euro bag because everybody jumped on Asics and all that. Now, is y'all on Asics? I'm gonna go back to Euros.
Okay.
So now I'm on my Euros.
Setting trends.
Yeah.
We don't follow, we lead.
Don't follow them. Nah, so I don't do that.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot. Dang, look at my cardigan. That's a blast from the past. Me and my mother and my sister.
Only one cardigan, not that.
Yeah, only one cardigan. I think I was like in the 4th grade on this picture. Yeah, but that was, I wasn't picking my own clothes then.
No.
My mom was, yeah, so.
Is she an inspiration of why you're in fashion or like?
Nah,
no,
nope, not at all.
Cause she looked like she was picking the
No,
prints
she
to do
was.
it.
So, but see, my auntie basically was dressing her and me.
Got it.
So my aunt was like the best shopper in the world. She could shop. But she was buying. My sister, when she got older, she got the designer stuff. I didn't.
Oh, got it.
And designer then we talking about Guess and Jabot and all that.
Oh, with the contrast stitching.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I love it.
So no. Oh no, that jacket, that's a PRPS jacket. Funny thing is, behind me is Bird. Me and him end up opening Octane together.
Look at it.
This was one of the flyest pictures. I love this picture because to me, I look like I was like an R&B singer, like I was about to come out with an album.
Let's give it Joe to see.
Yeah.
Joe.
And I had on and I hadn't started to work out really then, but I was like, this was like the version of down and weight that I did with just like being like watching my diet a little bit. And, but I had on a thermal, like a regular thermal under that PRPS jacket.
It almost looked like you got a head full of hair under that.
I didn't know. I ain't had no hair in a long time. Oh my God, I don't even know how you can find that picture. Damn. Oh my God. So we had a running joke about that flannel I had on.
What is the joke?
We was me and Ro from Burn Rubber in 218, and Rick, his from Distinct Life, that was the flannel.
Flannel.
The flannel, the Meyer flannel. So that was a Vegas trip in which that was the hard Levi's, some LeBrons that I was rocking like boots.
The Levi's.
Yeah. We went to Vegas in February. I only wore that flannel thinking I was just wearing it to wear on the airport, get off and take it, and get rid of it. Ended up being freezing in Vegas, like the coldest I ever been in Vegas in February.
Yeah.
But it was freezing. It was cold to even have that on. So yeah.
In Vegas,
the flannel.
the baggy
that is
era.
crazy. The world famous flannel. Yeah.
Is that it? That's it.
Yeah, okay, I made it.
I just love you made it. I love having these conversations because like literally how an outfit can put you back in that time and place and create, the fond memories.
Yeah.
So I just love having these conversations.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's a dope look. And my boys that see that, they remember that flannel joke. They was cracking on me. The flannel. That was Meyer though.
Now to wrap it up, I just want you, because like I said, you have a lot of, like your journey is like, you have a story.
Right.
What would you tell your younger self, and what would you tell anybody trying to come up and do the same thing that you have in the same industry? What advice would you give?
The first advice, literally that I would give, especially to my younger self, is to actually document and write down my goals. Like actually look at them every day and write down what I want to, like plan my days and what I want to do and what I'm trying to accomplish. In my beginning stages though, I was like really, really busy because when I first put my stuff out there, it was like in high demand. So I really was like busy every day because I had to make the shirts. So we was busy. I think that I would really tell myself when I transitioned from being a brand new brand and it wasn't like that, when I was trying to kind of like go to the next level, I would tell that version of myself to write your plans down, man. Like put it on paper, stuff that you're trying to do, where you're trying to go. Look at it. Before you go to bed, look at what you're trying to do, what you want to accomplish the next day. Verbally read it out loud, hear yourself say it. And that would be my advice to my younger self. The newer business people, identify, when you want to do something, identify who your customer is and not literally who those people are. And know, like when I say like, what does your customer do for a living? What do they do for fun? How old are they? What gender are they? Where do they hang out? What influences what they buy, what kind of price points they like to shop at. You know, how much money do they make a year? What taste level, what do they do? You want to identify that. And then you need to, first of all, identify the difference between customers and supporters. A lot of people get involved in stuff because they have a lot of supporters. It's a big difference. A support spends one time. So a lot of times what I call a first run or first time fallacy is when somebody comes out with something and the people that support them the first time. They think that they can scale from that.
Yeah.
And they scale up the next order thinking that, and not understanding that those people were supporters, and on your next run, they're not coming back. You got to create the customer to the point the customers is going to spend with you every week. When you identify, because that's your customer.
Yes.
Your supporters aren't your customer, because your supporters are people that you know, and they come from all type of different walks of life and different income levels, this, that, and the other. They not necessarily from the demographic that your customer comes from. You know these people. It's just like buying some ground beef. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Ground beef come from multiple different animals. Mm-hmm. It ain't from one cow.
Right.
It's a whole bunch of cow stuff mixed in one pack of the ground beef. So you getting a whole bunch. That's what your supporters are.
Yeah.
Your supporters are a whole bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
But you want to identify the cow, the one cow. That's who your supporters are. Your customers are. So your customers are who gonna come buy something from you every week. Because you identified, you didn't get in no business for the people that, you know, because 9 times out of 10, they probably only shop once in a while.
Oh, yes.
You know, and what happens is, though, brands that do that, they have to try to recreate that first time again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and a lot, like to get your supporters back out, it's like a one time. So it's like, all right, you come out with a new product and you make a big deal out of it, they may support that new product. You see what I'm saying? But when it starts talking about longevity and being able to kind of like keep going and going and going, you got to end up with a customer. And that goes for musicians. I didn't know rappers, they got a huge support system, but they don't have customers. They don't have like real listeners that really are fans. I would say fans.
Yeah.
You got to have fans.
Yeah.
The fans of your music, not just supporters of you, people that like you. They might mess with you, but they not really your fans.
Like building a community.
Yes.
And like you said, in all industries and sales across the board.
Yes.
And it's building relationships.
And I noticed that, like you said, I got Punchline Comedy. Mm-hmm. I was explaining that to my in-house promoter, Dre. You will see somebody and they might want to do a weekly, and they might come and do a comedy show, and it's crazy and it's banging, and they sell out. Like, you know, that don't mean they can do it weekly.
Yeah.
It's comedians like Jay Will and Foolish and Coco, and that they have developed this following and fan base over the years that they tap into fans. And even I got a guy named Boogie who can do the same thing. He got fans, people that really will come see him every single Tuesday.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not like this one person. Like, I got supporters. I could do a comedy show one time with me on stage and sell it out, but they ain't coming the next week.
Right.
And it'll be crickets in there the next week. So it's just like, man, let's identify the difference. Don't scale your business too fast. Don't scale because your first run was so successful. It's scary. You got to know. Not to keep going on about this, but when I first came out, my main thing I wanted to know, it's like I always knew this, which is crazy. Like, I just came in with instincts to know, like, if I sell out, I want to know why they bought it.
Right.
What about this made them buy it?
The psychology behind it.
The psychology behind, you bought this. This went well. Why? Because I need to be able to recreate this.
Exactly.
So it can't be because all my friends and my family came. Y'all are tripping when you do that. Now you done made your next order, you done doubled up, and you didn't even research why your friends and family are not buying your next shirt. They're not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then, a lot of people right now, I'm noticing, they just trying to sell clothes with their brands, right? And they don't understand. Look, I get it. You come out with the black and white short set, the red and white. Everybody got the blue and white, the black and white, the orange and white. And the people in your circle, when they think of wanting black and white and blue and white, they think to buy it. Now, once all your friends, I'm just gonna tell you this one thing. Once the homie over here see all the homies support your black and white, your brown and white, and they support that brand, you didn't just let them know how easy it was.
Yeah.
And now next thing you know, they gonna rinse and repeat. Now your other homie in your circle, he got a brand. If it's your family members, your other little cousins, they got a brand. They done slapped their name, or they done went in their inbox and went to Pakistan and made a black and white hoodie, a black and white jogging suit. And now you're gonna have this influx of a whole bunch of black and white track suits and stuff that all look the same.
With a different brand
With
on
a
it.
different brand on there. And one brand is more popular than the other one because it got more rappers wearing it. And that's the thing we don't do with Octane.
That's what we've come to.
Yeah, that's what we come to. And I
Yeah.
call that fast fashion.
And it is.
Yeah.
Well, you heard the man. Ty knows what he's talking about. Write your goals down, dream, but remember to execute. Don't just sit on it before somebody else gets to it. And remember, always stay fly.